Hey guys, good morning. So, I was thinking about it, and so Donald J. Trump, millionaire, owns a mansion and a yacht. He's not intelligent enough to know what tariffs are. So, he didn't come up with this idea to put the tariffs in place. Someone told him to do this. Someone needs to tell him to take it off. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Someone who told him to do this didn't think this through, didn't think that Canada, the EU, didn't think our allies would react the way they're reacting. They thought they would just roll over. They thought that Canada, being the sweet, friendly guys they are, would just say, well, we'll take one for the team to keep relationship open and friendly. We'll just, you know what, America needs it. So we'll take those tariffs. Because I really believe Donnie Boy, he doesn't like advisors. But just like Uncle Adolf, he wasn't very smart either. But he was the puppet out in front. He was the charismatic, get in your face, scream, yell, rhetoric, dance around, get your attention while there's some big machination going on in the back. The problem with this is that Donnie likes to go off the books, go off the rails, as we see with his tweets, as we see with his individualized rants and raves, which makes it very difficult for the puppet master pulling his strings. If he would just stay on target, stay on task, he probably could be, America would have fallen into his lap by now. Just thank God that he's not as smart as, as people think he is. I'm a genius. No, thank God you're not. So someone came up with this idea. We need to generate income. Well, how can we do that? We can tax the holy hell out of our allies, out of our friends, out of our closest neighbors, out of good people who have been good to us. That dummy or dummies need to say, Mr. President, we made a mistake. Instead of having him double down and now say that Trudeau stabbed him in the back, because that's just making him look like a bigger idiot, making us as a country looking like the biggest dummies ever. And then his base, the dumb white trash who just gobble up his rhetoric, who want a white king on high. I don't understand it. They're so in love with the idea of Donald Trump, of a white king and a white emperor and some rich, powerful man to rule them. They just love him. He sounds so stupid. He's so racist and so hateful. He says the dumbest and most ignorant things. He set up these hateful camps that separate children. Even what he said about Trudeau being weak when he was nothing but kind. The very things he said about Obama. I don't like Obama. Didn't like Obama, didn't vote for Obama. But now he's doing the very things he said Obama shouldn't have done. He's been on vacation more than Obama. Oh, God. I don't understand. The man has no morals. He fires anyone who tries to tell him anything. Maybe that's why they won't tell him to stop this madness. Because they're afraid to lose their jobs. Why would people keep working with him? Don't they realize after this they're not going to have jobs? Who's going to want to hire them? Donald J. Trump, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Mexicans. His evil brand of hatred, instead of, it's like our country was on a path to healing. It's like if you had a cast on and you had your leg up, following doctor's orders, and you're allowing your leg to heal. But then along comes somebody and tells you, well, no, you got to run 10 miles in the rain. And the cast gets wet. And you can feel the bones slipping. Oh, God. How do people not see it? Is it because they don't want to? Is it just because they're racist or because they're ignorant too? Or is it both? Racist and ignorant. Blind. I mean, I know Christians who say, well, he's a Christian. He's not. That is such garbage. As a Christian, we're taught to see the fruit. That's how you judge a Christian. A Christian has fruit, meaning love, patience, kindness, goodness, mercy. Yes, none of those. Not one. So, he's not. He may become one. He might fall in love with Jesus, give his life to Jesus, and become a Christian. Then he may confess his sins and go apologize, change, and start to do good. That would be amazing. I pray he does. I pray he gives his life to Christ. But until then, and if he does, we'll know it. You'll see a dramatic change. It will be night and day. But until then, he is not. So anybody who's Christian, who says he's Christian and clings to him because they say he's Christian, that's sad. It hurts my heart as a Christian and as a pastor. It's very sad because he's no more Christian than a potato. Actually, I think a potato is much more Christian than Donald J. Trump. Anyway, this is a heck of a way to start a Monday, right? I'm not in therapy anymore. My doctor pulled me out because it's not helping. About to try to do some stretches here at home. So pray for me for that. I'll pray for you for whatever you're going through. Hope you guys have a great week in the face of Trumponian future that we face here in America. But think about what I said. Tell me it doesn't make sense. He doesn't do or allow anything to happen under his Trumpisms unless it profits him. The so-called summit with Kim Kardashian to talk about prison reform. There was no plan on prison reform. He released one black woman. True, she deserved and needed to be released. But what about all the hundreds of thousands of black people, brown people, and even white trash, poor white people that need to be released? Because they're in there for the same reason. Our systems need to be reformed, not talked about. You need to talk to an expert with a plan on to change it. Not Kim, who has a hobby and has a concern. If he had an expert in there that had a plan and that could tell him what to do and when to do it, he could be held accountable. Trump doesn't like accountability. Trump doesn't like the truth. He pays for the truth to go away. I know it sounds like I want him to fail. But that's not it, because his failure is tied to the failure of our country. I don't want that no more than I wanted Obama to fail or Clinton to fail or either of the Bushes to fail. I don't want that. I just want this madness to stop. I just want them to stop hurting us. And I want those people that are complicit, those people that are just duck stepping and goose stepping along with him and yes sir, I'll do whatever you say sir, and being empowered and emboldened by his evil rhetoric to see the truth, and instead of getting sicker, for us to start healing again, us to start getting closer again, to get that poison out. There's a reason that you see a rise of white nationalism again instead of going away. It's a sickness. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. There should be no pride in it. It should be a point of shame. You guys have a great day.